We had entered the dark, dark cave. We had with us a great crystal. And that great crystal would be the greed of the mole people. And apparently something or someone already came near us. We were watchful. We would have to find the portal. Let's walk carefully. Oh no! Stop, 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 stop. There were hostile islanders following us, and we had to attack, or we would be attacked. Thankfully, not many had followed us. They were also not as dangerous. First, we would protect ourselves against their attacks. That would most probably be meager. Then we would launch a precise attack on our own. Strike. We would have to strike them with power. Check the dead for valuables. We found a strange pitch pod and a tide wand. Not that we needed a tide wand. We would indeed let them one more tide wand. And instead take the pot with us. In the middle of nowhere there was also a shipwreck. What? Would that be good for us or not? And that ghastly look. I would rather avoid it. And go for more friendly shores. We would approach the strange hut of an alchemist. I came across a small shack located deep in the wilderness, which I had managed to spot due to the great billowing cloud of purple smoke coming from inside. A mad-eyed man emerged from the shack, squinting at me, eyes unused to daylight. After a short greeting, he excitedly offered to transmute any metal items to pure gold. Nope. We don't need them. We don't need gold. We need what we have here. There were also some friendly-looking mole people that we approached. The moles welcomed us as heroes, loudly singing our praises as we approached. They were all excited to see the great crystal home once more. Showing concern for our safety, they offered to escort us to their village to hand over the crystal. Yeah, why not? The moles of the village welcomed us gladly, showering us with gifts as we entered the village. Urged us to visit their leader, who was waiting to receive the crystal. Malin shot me a look of warning as I nervously glanced at the ruler's hut. We would trade with them, but rather maybe not meet with the ruler. Some of the tide sticks that we couldn't use were probably a good idea. Instead going for some wound closing mushrooms and a little bit more pitch pots on the side. We would quickly leave. Waiting until they seemed distracted, I hurried away from the village. Casting a glance behind me, I saw the moles responding with shock and dismay. Their cries were first of confusion, then distress, and finally pure rage. Calls immediately went up for warriors to track down and capture the thief. Me. Oh no, everyone hates us now. We would have to find the stone disc and use the pitch pot. Can we set a light? When we... We went forward. Meeting some mysterious things here. What would we do? There was some strange machinery to be seen. The compass told us to go further north, and we did that. Quick. Islanders, though, approached us. I waved a friendly greeting as the islanders approached, but they had other ideas. Apparently, not fond of my reputation, they launched an attack. Ooh. We had to do what we had to do to survive. First, maybe we had to do something else. An inspiration for good homie. And then rite of pain. Still, we had to slice on. Attacking someone with a strange machinery on their back. It gained sanity. We were attacked massively. And we were suffering. No doubt. But we would not just give up. We would recover. And fight. They would not falter. And set us ablaze. We, on the other hand, took them out one by one. And checked them for more valuables. Found some red maggots with them that would heal us, but we decided to leave them. Crystal splinters, on the other hand, were pretty good. We would leave their strange whip with them and try to go onward. But where? Tea would help us. Apparently, our goal was further to the west. First, we had to approach the shrine and enter it. Curious as what we would find. We looked with a torch, but failed miserably. I triggered a trap. A flurry of darts shot from tiny holes in the wall. Without thinking, I threw myself to the ground. I could feel the wind move as the darts buzzed barely an inch from where I lay. I had narrowly averted disaster. We would enter the altar chamber and investigate it. There was an amulet there. Well, we could just take it. Right. Could we? Could we, though? Oh, we had forgotten how many pearls we had taken. We gave them a tide wand and took it all. The ground started to melt. We fled the shrine, collapsed behind us, and pools of lava began to bubble where it stood, inexorably downhill. We had to run, but where? We had to leave some things behind as well. But what? The tide wand. And maybe... maybe a pearl. We had to go through the burns. A giant centipede was waiting for us that we had to attack. We were healing and maybe protecting ourselves. Not really, though. We were out to kill the beast. hoping it would bleed to death. And then we sliced, hoping to stun the beast. Apparently it worked. Still, Miss Cutley was poisoned. I had to act quickly. But luck didn't seem to be on our side. Struck massively, and with a stroke of luck destroyed the beast. I searched the remains for anything useful. Raw meat would be of help to us. The giant legs we left behind. It was time to cook something terrible quickly. And eat, and eat. And it was time to move further. Followed by everything, we found a strange crystal mine. Could approach a trader that was nearby, and of course we did that. What did he have? Some stimulant capsules that could come in handy, but rather we were looking for torches to fuel our expedition. Torches and food cans might also be a good idea, we thought. Looking around, what could we give him? Gave him some of the pitch pots that we wouldn't need anymore. And a couple of pearls more would do the deal. I ventured into the wilderness once more. Finding a crystal mine. We would enter the mine. I squeezed into the narrow entrance of the mine. All around me I saw traces of raw crystal embedded in the stone. Surely the molds wouldn't miss just a few. But there were no more there. The question was still, where? Where was what we saw? We moved a bit. Trying to reveal something. There was no clue, though. There's a cheery little flame, we said. There was a new area that we could enter. Last drop of tea. That had to count. There was a spider there. approaching us. What a devilish and strange beast. We prepared for a tough fight. Maybe we would burn her. Or prepare another strike. Let her burn a bit. That would maybe be decisive. Protected ourselves. Then made haste to strike the beast. With all the power we could muster. It laid 2 eggs. It burned though. It burned. How could we bring an end to these and the eggs? We had to destroy the mother. Markaur was ready. Ready to strike massively. Ready to slash, to crash, to bash. The spiders, though, would come. Their mother dying. We were prepared. She would have to die. Strangely, we were not wounded yet. We prepared for an attack from the smaller spiders. We took her out. And followed up with a vengeance. Spiders awoke. Their cocoons. We, though, What would we do? Would support Immanuel Can's attacks. Her mighty strikes. I checked the dead for valuables. And we found some nice meat and some spider legs. Not that they were of any use to us. But the meat was a nice distraction. There was a lot behind us, but we had to go forward. There was a stone circle visible. Something we had to visit. We would approach it. Primitive inscriptions etched into each rock seemed to indicate some sort of map. Would reveal the ruins. We found a sinking tower in the middle of nowhere. A sinking shrine. We had to be careful. Maybe we could avoid the salamander. Seemed like that way we were kind of lucky. We went into a subterranean jungle. Homie had learned something. A giant naked mole rat attacked, and we had to counter the immense beast. Would we be safe? Not at all. But we did our best. The beast attacked relentlessly. It was clear that we would have to prepare for another round of its vicious attacks. Butter flying, we sliced the beast. And it went and it went. It burrowed though, trying to heal. The poor thing. Could have just run away, but no. For some reason, it had to stay. Then it came and attacked us viciously, leaving us stunned. We would try to heal. Ramming it, though, would make short work of it. Maybe we would have to eat something. And see where everything would lead us. Again. Islanders were on the attack. We had to strike first. Struck like a hurricane. We struck like the wind. They will not tinker with us anymore. They whipped and dipped. Tried to protect ourselves from their influence. Striking them down quickly was of the utmost importance. Luck stayed on our side. Full force Amarkaur attacked. Then we ram the mechanist down. Golden earrings we found with them. An escape hook. And throwing axes. But we wouldn't use them. Instead looking into healing our wounds. We found out that it wasn't probably the best idea. There was still something we should do. So what would we do? Throw away the wound closing mushroom was the answer. And then go further to find that we couldn't see a stone disc in the midst of lava. Infested mole rats were guarding it. We would have to attack them first. Curious what had grasped them. Slashed them. Calculating all the force that we would need. We were poisoned. Maybe, though, it was for the better. Maybe not. We'd heal. And then strike the mole down. What did they have? Strange things that we couldn't use. We'd approach the stone disc finally, and what would we find there? The intricate lines of the stone disc seemed to hum with power as we approached. Together, Malin and I stepped forward to decipher the symbols. As I lay my hands upon the stone, a shudder went through me. As a vision entered my mind, I saw the portal clear as day, hiding in plain sight. Where was it? Down here. Guarded. No doubt. And we would have to run. Hoping that no one would notice what we tried here. We were not eager to meet new friends, and instead, one of our wounds was infected. We had to treat Miss Catley. Then attack the islanders that were ready for battle. But we were ready for battle as well. We struck them down with force. Relentless. They had some fish. And why not? Why not would we burn and eat some fish, right? A horn flute. No, we wouldn't want more attention. For sure. We were closing in on the portal. Strange journey before us. It was so dark. Darker. Even darker. Something was guarding this portal. We had to approach it quickly. Through the lava we went. And into the portal. We approached the portal and Malin quickly set to work. Using the staff and crystal together, she began a series of actions that seemed to be somehow both magic and science. The portal sprang to life. Angry shouting filled the air. Turning about, I saw an incoming rush of salamander warriors. Malin urged me through the portal, calling at me to hurry. I ran forward, leaping into the light. It was just as I entered, an islander javelin speared into one of the portal's delicate mechanisms. Sparks flew as the machine went haywire, and I was flung into a strange limbo. But where? Where? Dangerous, certainly. My work has its hazards. It would not be so enjoyable otherwise. Victoria Malin. Time seemed to stand still as I floated, my consciousness adrift from my body. Had centuries passed? Seconds? There was no way of knowing. Oh dear, I hope I didn't forget anything. When we finally emerged from that place between worlds, it was into a verdant, lush landscape. The air was hot and humid around us, the smell of sulphur thick in the air. We were stranded in a strange land, the likes of which I had never seen before. Hope seemed lost, but perhaps we could find a way home. I set out blindly to search for the signs of anything recognizable. With luck, perhaps we could find something of use. We would have to find our way home. With that, I closed the diary for now. I would open to write tomorrow again. See you soon.